What's going on, people? So welcome to my little quest to get through these these sets and all that stuff. I don't remember what installment of this series I'm on, but I know it's been a little bit. So either way, gonna stick with the Masterpiece 92s for right now, right? So this is the hobby box. You've probably seen one of these before. That's kind of what that's looking like if it's a little bit newer to you or whatever. Got a lot of stuff in there that you could get. I don't really pay attention to a whole lot of that. I'm mostly just trying to get the set, and anything else that comes along the way, just kind of, cool stuff to have, right? And then it just kind of goes into, well, I was going to say goes into a box, but I need to get a bigger box, whatever, to put all these cards in, because I bought more of this series than I have of anything else. So now I probably need to, invest in like an actual card box of some sort. So let's see what's going on here. Get this tape cut off, right? And then after this, in a separate video, I'll knock out these three of the blasters, right? I wanted to start with these because, well, honestly, just when I sat this stuff on this little desk thing, these were just closer. So that's kind of all it is to it. So let's see what's going on here, huh? So I don't know exactly how many cards I need still. I haven't counted in forever. Looks like there's something special in this one right off the top because it didn't look like all cards in there. Okay, so Galactus here. Again, I'm not going to read these all off always because I feel like a lot of these are pretty standard. Okay, that's what it was in there. This Mephisto card. It's one of those clear cuts. I think that's what that's called. So, all right. But yeah, so I don't really keep up with all the stuff that they put in all these things. I just want to get the full set. That's kind of where I am. I'm not sure where I am statistically speaking. I feel like I'm pretty good. My coworker gave me a stack of cards that I needed because I gave him the numbers. So however many this is, I'm that many closer to it, right? So there's that. Standard stuff. That looks kind of cool. Not sure what's going on with that. Oh, it's just one of those rainbow variants. And here, that's what, a canvas one. Seen that guy pop up a lot and seen that guy a time or two. Yeah, so he gave me a good handful of them to kind of get me along the way because he's spent however much money on this set as well, right? More than he cared to talk about, and I get it because he's told me everything he's bought. He just, doing the math was not really on his list of things to do. I just realized that's an Excalibur comic. Didn't really see that coming. But yeah, and I'm this must be a leather one. No, it's wood. Okay, I didn't know they had wood cards. It just felt different, so that's kind of interesting. It almost looks like it's just like kind of messed up, Either way, so he had a whole bunch of cards because I think he ended up getting the whole set. I think he just like bought the last couple or whatever that he needed. But he had a whole bunch of them. He asked me to send him the numbers, and I happen to have them already set. So I just sent him that. He gave me what he could. And then, of course, I already had these on the way, or I bought them right after. I can't remember exactly how that played out. But now I'm doing this, seeing how it all... There's Adam Warlock again. Seeing how it all plays out. Hopefully it plays out well. And like I said before, I'm close to having 2 full sets, base sets, of course. And if that works out, well, then I'm going to send a set to my cousin. So that'll be pretty cool for her, which it should, if that does work out, it'll be like a little birthday gift for her, since that's coming up. What's this? Okay, see, this is a leather one. Yeah, there you go. And a little blue rogue. That's kind of nice. I do like those blue ones, Sometimes the different colors go better with certain ones or whatever. But once this is all said and done, once I'm through this set, well, I guess then it's like just a matter of waiting on Topps to release whatever their next wave of Marvel... Well, I guess it's probably their first one. Whatever their first wave of Marvel cards is going to be. I haven't really seen much other than that they have an X-Men 97 series coming around. So I'll have to see what goes on with that. But yeah, I'd be interested to see, because now that I'm buying these, it's kind of like once it's over... Oh, that's the first half. All right, cool. On to the second half of the box. But yeah, once I get on to the, whatever the next thing is, then I'll figure out like if I'm going to get it or not, because, not everything's worth buying or whatever. But I'll figure that out at some point. It's just that once you start buying this stuff, you kind of get like to a point to where you kind of want to keep doing it. That's pretty nice. I do like the Spider-Man and Venom. I just bought a Spider-Man and Venom. Okay, that's a battle spectrum. That's the word. I was thinking battle series, but whatever. So yeah, I just bought a Spider-Man and Venom print painting, whatever, poster, something. I bought something of Spider-Man and Venom from Sideshow the other day. It was like what was it like? It was like $95, something like that. You know, a little bit of a discount here. Brought it down to about 80 something. And then some fairly expensive shipping brought it right back up to where we started. So I kind of just broke even. Hey, check that out. It's one of those, what's the word? Pink lasers. That's what you call that. And that is, oh, I'm reading that all backwards. Okay, $36,992. And then you got this here. I do like that. I like Silver Surfer, and I like this. It's a lenticular, right? Never seen that word before outside of cards. And then Mephisto, okay? Keep moving. Let's see. I forgot what I was talking about before because I got a little sidetracked. It's the thing that happens. But either way, so I saw that they have an X-Men 97 set coming around. That could be cool. I did buy some kind of X-Men 97 cards when I was at Comic-Con this year. Well, last year, San Diego Comic-Con, that is. Because they had something, and it was, I don't know, it was some limited edition thing. Each pack had the full set, but each pack also had like one card that was special, right? So I bought 3 packs of those. I gave one to a coworker. I let him pick which one because he always says that I have the good luck in picking the packs. So I was like, okay, well, you pick whichever one of these you want. And I let him have it. I forget which card he got, but like I got like a Wolverine of some sort that was pretty cool. So yeah, so I'm curious to see if they do bring those out, the X-Men 97 cards, and if they're actually like easy to come by. Because sometimes people put these sets out there and you have to go through so much hassle to try and get those. Remember those Marvel masterpieces that came out like last year or the year before? I think they came out last year, but they were supposed to come out the year before. Yeah, that was a whole mess of things. And then you see the hobby boxes and they're like $1,000 a piece. Hey, I like this a lot. Who's trying to spend that much money? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it'd be cool to have them and all that stuff, and maybe to some extent, like, I mean, I could have bought a box, I guess, but I just couldn't even justify that to myself. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely not a thing that happened. But it would have been nice. Instead, I'll hold out and maybe they'll do like they did with that 2016 set and just make a book about it. Then I can just get the book. I can't even get into this one. I don't know what the deal is, but it seems like it was a little bent up at the top, so whatever. All right. See, gotta switch and start putting some of these cards to the other side. That's pretty alright. Not the best one, but you know, it's pretty alright. And there we go. So, okay, so this first box, not too bad, right? Gonna move on to the second box, see what's going on with it. Hopefully something that's even better. Set this stack over here so it doesn't get in the way. Alright, so on to number 2. Let's cut on into this thing, see what's the haps, right? And these boxes, what is this? It's like somewhere between $150 and $175. I can never remember the exact price. I just know that they are a little pricey, but you get some cool stuff out of them, right? I like those colorful cards. I know that sounds like I have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh, the colorful ones. I really like those, you know? But that's me. Not always really sure what I'm talking about. Just talking about it anyway. Anyway, so pack number 1. Let's get this party started. Well, this party's already kind of started, I guess. We're just going to keep it moving. Some of us have a Royal Rumble to watch in a little bit, so we're just trying to pass through this, get this knocked out. I'll get it edited and uploaded probably tomorrow. Okay, that guy. Seen a lot of this guy here, Darkhawk. Let's see, Sandman and Electro. I really like this Electro card. I've always liked that Electro card, you know? It's just one of the ones that's just always spoke to me. Let's see, sit this here. Give me some more space to work with. Because on this little laptop desk thing that I'm using, you know, it has a decent amount of room for, you know, a laptop. But when you start putting out a whole bunch of cards everywhere, not so much. Let's see, there's that. There's it's one of those canvas or woods or whatever that might be. Moon Knight. I want to know what's up with this next series of the Moon Knight, or next season of the Moon Knight show, because I've heard he's supposed to be coming back for another season, and that was one of the better shows. Like a lot of those Disney shows that they've done, like I mean, there have been ones where like it was fine, but I wouldn't like run out and telling everybody to watch it. A little Quicksilver, that's always good. But that one I could get behind, and I believe a lot of my friends and stuff, people that I talked to, also watched it and liked it. But then you have some of the other ones that are you could totally do without, right? Like what was the one with all the green people in it? Secret Wars, right? That one, I don't know, man. I appreciate the fact that they're making these things. I just wish that they would make better things sometimes, you know? Because that one right there, it just didn't do it for me. But seemingly it didn't really do much for anybody. And other than that, what were the other ones? The WandaVision one was kind of all right. I didn't have any problems with it. You know, and I remember that was one of the first ones, right? I think around the time like the Hawkeye one came out and stuff. And I kind of had that idea of like, okay, well, I should watch this because there's going to be some kind of show later, and then or movie later, and this will have made sense to have seen. Kind of like with what was the other one? With Winter Soldier and Falcon, you know? That one. I figured, okay, you watch this, you'll be a little bit ahead whenever whatever movie comes out. So that's kind of where my mind was. And the show, the WandaVision, and it ended up being like okay and everything. You know, it set up the Agatha thing, which I heard that show wasn't bad, but I haven't seen it. This here in the What If series. But yeah, so it kind of came and went, and it's like, okay, well, now that this is out of the way and I can see what it provided, it wouldn't have been super necessary to watch it. You know what I mean? It just, you've seen it, and at that point, though, if you see like whatever movies or shows came up next, you could probably put it together for yourself. All right, on to this last half of this pack, last quarter of this video. So let's see what's going on here. All right. But that's just kind of one of those things. They're putting out all this stuff. It's not all going to be winners. I get that, you know, you just want it to be. Because, you know, if I'm spending my time watching it, you would want it to be worth the time. But sometimes, you know, I mean, I go to a lot of movies that aren't good, really, you know? I mean, I just saw that Peter Pan Neverland Nightmare, and that thing was just like the purest form of absolute garbage. And I was just appalled by the whole situation. Because I thought to myself, okay, this isn't going to be amazing, but much like the Winnie the Pooh movie, it should at least be entertaining for what it is. And I'll just take it at face value and just be entertained for like an hour and a half or something. No, I just sat there watching it happen, hating it. Hey, this must be one of those pink lasers, right? Because the last time I got one of those pink lasers, it was also followed by one of these lenticular cards. Weird how that works. But yeah, so I watched the movie. The movie is just awful. You just want it to be over, and it just keeps not being over. But even though that it is ended eventually, it's still not really over because you have, for one, it ended in a way that's open-ended, obviously, since this is a universe movie thing that they're building here. But also, the fact that there's still a Bambi movie coming around, and what's his name? The wood dude, Pinocchio, right? You got a Pinocchio movie coming around too. Got to deal with that. Hey, check it out, Silent. I think I might have this one, but I don't know. And that's a good note to end on, at least for that pack. I do like Dazzler a lot. So yeah, I mean, maybe the Bambi movie or the Pinocchio movie will be better, and even if not, like, I have to believe that once they get them all together, that will be good, right? Kind of like you, an Endgame, or what's that other one, Infinity War type of thing, where everybody's just there doing all the stuff. You know, it'll be a little over the top, I'm very sure of it, but it should at least be entertaining. I don't know. And what else is coming up? Next month. Well, actually, no, it's this month now, because it's February 1st, as of several hours ago. So that means that the Captain America movie, the one with the Red Hulk, is coming up in 2 weeks. So I'll be seeing that on the 13th. The movie comes out on the 14th, which is a Friday, but some theaters, maybe all theaters, I don't know. Hey, Mr. Sinister. And I really like these clear cards, so this is a favorite right here. I'm easy to please, people. But yeah, so the movie will come out to a lot of theaters on the Thursday, which is the 13th, and that's the day that I'm seeing it. So we'll see how it works out. Again, not expecting anything fantastic from it, but it looks like it'll at least be entertaining. So I'll be out there with one of my coworkers. We're gonna go watch that because, you know, the guy that I talk about with the cards and stuff. Seems like it'll be something to do. Okay, and Quasar again. A lot of Sandman and Black Widow. So there you go. Overall, not the best of the hobby boxes that I've picked up, but not the worst either. Or maybe it is. I don't know. I haven't really been paying a whole lot of attention. So I'll get this whole thing sorted up, do some kind of follow-up video at the end of this real quick. From me to you, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever's wherever you are. I'm going to get some of this stuff knocked out of the way here so I can move on and talk about some blaster boxes, because that's what's happening immediately after this. Later, people. Okay, so I'm back following up on the hobby boxes that I opened up. But first, the cards that my coworker dude gave me, that's these right here. There's about 17 of them. But one of them, I forget which one it was, the one with 9 on the back. So it was this one, right? So he gave me this because I needed that one, but turn it over, that's not Apocalypse. And if you look at this Apocalypse that I happen to have, turn it over, that's not Adam Warlock. So pretty crazy, but I mean, or maybe it's not. I don't know. It might be like a fairly common thing. So I appreciate the help from him, you know, just one of those kind of fell a little short, but it's funny in a way, so I'll overlook it. Now, otherwise, I did walk away with 2 more that I needed from the set. So from the base set, that is Scarlet Witch and Captain America. So that was cool. And I also got a Quicksilver out of there, which I needed, but I got that out of the hobby box too. I mean, out of the blaster too. So whatever. All right. Moving on to like the special cards, because that's the thing that most people are probably going to want to see. So kicking things off, I forget what this thing's called. Pink lasers, right? And so that's going to be 36 out of 992. And then this guy over here, he is going to be number 313 out of 692. That's a very weird number, unless that's a misprint, right? But either way, so there you go, 692. And then you got a couple of these blue ones here, right? So you got that guy, you got this girl here, got another girl here, right? So there's that. This one, I thought it was like a standard thing. It's actually one of those hollow foils, as you see on the back. So hollow foil, right? Yeah. It's one of those easy to miss things for me. Some lenticular action going on here. So this is like the better one in my personal opinion. This was, almost dropped some stuff. Well, I did drop some stuff. So this one right here is going to be the Battle Spectrum, right? Yeah, this is the Battle Spectrum card. So this is going to be the wood one that I was talking about. How it's a very cool look, right? The wood thing. If you catch it from the right angle, you can kind of see some of that stuff going on in there. But yeah, so there's that. Let me pick these things back up. So there's always a handful of these guys in there, the clear cuts, right? It's probably one of my favorite variation thing, just because I think it's very cool. Though it's also a lot of these in there, pretty common, you know, so there's not anything super special, but in a way I kind of like that because that means I'll probably get more of them. But anyways, moving on. So this is probably going to be a leather one. Yeah, leather for that one, leather for this one, and one more leather card right there. And then this is a fantastic cover, right? Yeah, fantastic covers. So that's what that one is. Same as this one right here. Up next, a couple corner box creations. That happens to also be a rainbow one, so that's something, I guess. Another one right there. I don't think I've seen that one yet. And Spider-Gwen. And then a whole bunch of canvas cards, because, you know, there's always a whole bunch of the canvas cards. Again, is one of those things that at first I thought was kind of fancy, kind of cool, and maybe even a little bit unique. But as you see, you get a lot of the canvas cards in these packs. I'm not complaining about it. I do like them. I'm just saying it's not as special as I once thought it was, at least not for this particular set. And like the Masterpiece XLs, I think it's a little less common. So then these last ones are just going to be a few of the rainbow ones, right? Standard cards with like a rainbow variation. And if I counted like the variant covers or the rainbow covers or whatever, not rainbow covers, or the rainbow editions, I'd probably have the whole set and probably would have had the whole set a while ago. But I don't. I only look at like straight up base cards with nothing fancy about them. That's just how I do things. So either way, there's that. I am down to, I want to say it was 4 cards left, something like that. So just about done, people. All right, later.